Adam.
I'm Josh.
And welcome back to the Breaking Beer Podcast, where this week I remembered some sleeves. So I saved you any exposure to my hairy shoulders and whatnot. We also have, for some reason, inexplicably new mics. Things must be going well. Or Josh robbed somebody. I get the feeling the second one is almost true.
I hope that this all comes out all right, because we've decided to upgrade the microphones, which I'm told. George, do you want to do the start? What's the thing about these microphones?
They are Shure SM7Bs, which Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on one of these.
Yeah?
Yep.
Sure, I mean, like, Thriller is, what was that, 1990? So you would imagine that in the 35 years following that, technology would have advanced.
It has advanced. It's not this exact microphone, but...
It's just the same model.
Same model, same make.
With new technology, so it's really nothing like that.
Yeah,
right? So cool. It's actually an interesting story how Thriller was recorded and all the session musicians are on it. I won't get into it here, but a lot of YouTube videos and stuff you can...
Can you give us just the top level?
No, well, stuff like a lot of people don't know, like all the stuff that goes into making those records. For example, two of the musicians from the band Toto, probably known to most people for Africa, which is actually one of their worst songs, in my opinion. But Rosanna, Hold the Line, etc. Steve Lukather and Jeff Porcaro did a lot of the drumming and guitar on that. In fact, Beat It, which everyone knows that Eddie Van Halen's on that for the solo in the middle. But the riff, like, it's that Steve Lukather. So I just found stuff like that really interesting.
You know, when we were talking then, that scene on The Simpsons where that monkey goes into Homer's head, it's like...
Well, you fucking asked. I didn't want to talk about it.
I instantly regretted it. Anyway, let's go to the YouTube comments.
It's time for a YouTube comment from you.
I kind of went with the jingle.
Yeah, do this one next.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Play it again. This is not just a chocolate pudding. This is a Marks and Spencer's chocolate pudding.
What even is that jingle for?
Masturbate.
All right, okay. We've
done that for a while. In more ways than one, actually. Time I relieve the tension. Do you think the toilets would be probably not the appropriate place for us?
This is like a stat in that. I feel like a stat went on like Lad Bible last year saying that like fucking 1 in 4 people masturbate at work.
That's bleak.
And it
That is mental.
You like Google that, George. Don't quote me on that.
I'll do YouTube comments first and hope you forget. First comment from Bait. I can't unsee your shoulder hair.
Yeah, but I mean, like a lot of people, not a lot of people, a few people have said that to me, sort of that I know, and but it reminds me of like Wolverine, right? In the comics, anyway, he had the shoulder hair, so shoulder hair does not. I don't know. I don't find it to be disgusting to look at. I suppose it depends on who you are, but yeah, I have hairy shoulders, hairy back. I'm just generally quite hairy.
Kind of goes with the brand, right?
Next comment from Andy's Edits. This truly is a terrible podcast, but you have lowered my standards so much, I'm starting to enjoy it.
That's like the Netflix effect, I would call that now. You know, they just make so many dog shit films that like even the worst film, if it's new, people will just watch and be like, oh, that was all right. It's not even Netflix, just like the online streaming effect.
Like Happy Gilmore 2.
I don't know, I've not seen that yet. To be fair, that could be all right.
Have we spoke about this on the podcast? But I'm going to put
Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought we were all going to watch it and
I'll give you
about it.
I said I wasn't going to watch it because Chubbs isn't it? Like Carl Weathers in it, so I feel like
it's not good.
Is he still alive, Carl Weathers?
No, that's why he's not in it.
That's why he's not in it.
He died before they start. Like they were about to start rolling with him in it, and then they've had to they readjusted his character to his son being in it. But anyway, like I wanted to like it.
It can't, things like that can't be good by the way. It's like Top Gun. Like people talked about the second Top Gun, Top Gun Maverick, and they were like, oh, it's great. And I'm like, it's not great. I'm sorry. Like it looks great. Tom Cruise in it, the acting's not bad. The flight scenes are all cool, but like the story just makes no sense, and it's so sort of self-referential. Like instead of having a plot and like a compelling
call back.
They just hark back to the previous one, and it's all this kitsch stuff, and you're like, that's funny. That works with something like I've not seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. Like the Naked Gun.
Yeah.
That will work with that because it's not supposed to be taken seriously, right? So you can do all that, or like if you make something like Mortal Kombat.
We're gonna go see Naked Gun, aren't we? We're gonna go to cinemas together. You did say it. So now we've kind of got to do it. If anything, for the podcast.
Yeah, all right, but only if we're going naked. We that's the title of the podcast. We went naked to see the new Naked Gun.
Deal.
We just like rent the cinema out because I have to do it anyway. I can't tolerate people, and that way we can just sit there.
That would be weird if me and you were just
be a good thumbnail. That though. Come on. Anyway, yeah. What was the comment? Oh yeah, shit.
Never mind. Matt says, has anyone ever gone back to the early episodes? It's mad how different Adam sounds. I love the podcast. Keep up the silly nonsense.
Sounds what, like vocally, like his voice? Or?
So his sound.
I imagine you
probably more trying to be slightly more proper, perhaps
More
at the
behaved.
start.
We were more.
I remember when I used to sort of, in some way, try to modulate what I would say and how I would say it. Now it's the same thing as if we were just in a pub having a beer.
Yeah.
With a few exceptions.
I am actually shocked at how many people watch this because I looked back the other day and it's like 10,000 people an episode on YouTube. Now it's like the standard.
That can't be right, man.
Honestly,
10,000 per episode. That is insane.
But you know what doesn't make sense? Because like the YouTube channel has never made money, right?
Yeah.
But somehow the views have gone up. Like, because I'm pretty sure we got to a point where I'm like, wow, we do 5,000 an episode.
Yeah.
Now we do 10,000.
And the
money has not gone up. In fact, I think the money's gone down. Like that doesn't make sense.
Good old YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the CPM's gone down because people realised literally nobody would want to advertise on this channel. What do they talk about? Oh, like jizz and poop.
You might be right, actually.
And Bonnie Blue, like literally every week. I don't want to advertise on this.
If that YouTube channel would make £600 a month, I'd be happy. And it will never, it barely touches £600 a month.
Yeah, well, I suppose the alternative is to be somebody like Stephen Bartlett, who is literally just a vehicle for advertisers, and I would rather we just do this and make no money.
Absolutely, like the studio costs I
only come in for a chat.
£1,500 a month.
I only come in for a chat. Like it's not even. I don't think about the economy of it.
Let's go in from Gene Longsdon. Adam,
OG Gene.
So you said last week that you slept like a baby. She's put, Adam slept like a baby last night. He woke up to feed twice and needed a nappy change around 2 a.m.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And last comment from Abby Lewis. Please don't bash sex workers. I managed to get out of a terrible hole, no pun intended.
I saw this comment.
I don't even recall.
Somebody share it in the chat or something.
I don't recall any bashing. What?
I think it's more us on about Bonnie Blue.
You really don't want to get on it. So you want to finish the comment, I guess?
Yeah. I managed
is Abby Lewis the one that, sorry to interrupt you, George, is she the one that like has emailed us about sex?
I don't know, because that was the lady that emailed were anonymous, right?
Why would she comment then?
I don't there might be two different people, right?
They could be, right? So, okay.
Go ahead. I managed to get out of a terrible hole, no pun intended, thanks to sex work. I now own my home at age 28, have a nice car, and have the life I always wanted. And yes, I pay my taxes. It's the oldest profession in the book. Find me someone who has never watched porn. I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean,
if
I could address some of the points there, I don't recall us ever, quotes, bashing sex workers explicitly. It may be the case that, for example, I think she's probably talking about that documentary that I was quite excoriating about. And it's not to bash sex workers personally, but at the same time, as I mentioned last week, I think for me the thing is that it creates. I'm happy that you got out of this hole. Don't know if that was just not liking your job or if you're in debt or whatever it was. The binary choice is not be miserable or do sex work. That's the problem. And for me, that's what I was talking about like last week. Is that it in me? Well, I've made my views on pornography clear quite a lot of times, right? I'm not trying to judge or force it upon anyone else, but I don't think to say that simply because sex work has led to a more favourable economic situation for you means that it is inherently a good thing, because you could make the same argument about drug deals. I realise there are elements of sex work which are legal and drug dealing is not, but it's just, just because something is makes you money doesn't mean that it's right. But I don't think we've ever really bashed sex workers, just proffered an opinion on whether it's right or wrong ethically for us personally. I'm not saying that you can't do it.
I don't recall. I mean, like doing these podcasts is a minefield because we talk for an hour a week about so much stuff, and you might just say something off the cuff, not understand how it's going to land with somebody. So that's why it's sort of why we avoid politics, religion, sex work.
Can we not talk about sex work now? That's handy because then we wouldn't have to talk about Bonnie Blue. That got really serious. We started off actually quite light-heartedly, and then we got into sex work for some reason.
Well, last week we did office go-karting.
Has it been that long since we recorded that? That feels like that go-karting feels like about 3 weeks ago.
Did we do that on Wednesday?
Yeah.
We podcasted last Tuesday.
I did not attend.
It's a shame, really. It would have been nice to have you there.
I said sarcasm.
No, genuinely, it would have been.
All right. Just fill out some more
just
numbers.
for somebody else to beat.
So you've been higher up the... Yeah, you say I'm deluded.
To beat Tom like that. Like,
oh, right.
I just want everyone to beat Tom.
Oh, well, no, I think you call me deluded a lot of time. I know I would have done very, very poorly, I think, at go-karting.
We fell...
Having no skill at it.
We fell hook, line and sinker into the economy of the go-karting place in Leeds, whereby everything was...
Rent your gloves.
Majorly competitive.
Rent your helmet.
I'll let George, do you want to explain how the evening went? So much so that how much did it cost James in £1.50 shots on that punch bag machine at the end?
Oh, yeah. It was a very, very competitive day. I mean, I went for a laugh and for fun, and Josh went to fucking annihilate Tom.
No,
that was kind of it.
I went. It was a team building exercise. I paid. Everyone got to...
How is go-karting team building? That's you stretching.
It's a solo activity.
Exactly,
really.
you're stretching the. If anything, it's team destroying, isn't it? Because the whole point is that you're individually competing against one another. Team building would be like an escape room. You all work together. I'm not a big fan of them. Just thinking out loud. I don't know. Maybe a group of rock climbing, something like that, right?
I can understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
In hindsight, you probably like.
You went just to try and batter people. I did not think he would win. I was quite surprised that he won, but only because he's larger than almost everyone else in the office, apart from James. So I thought, the weight might hinder him. Obviously, didn't factor into it the fact that the Bluets are all athletically very challenged. So,
I mean, I think the problem with it was that it was so stop-start the whole time. So you were constantly getting red flags,
There were a
yellow
lot of
flags.
excuses at the end of it.
So you really only got about 2 or 3 maybe good laps in out of 15.
what? You know what? I would ask you about the flags, but I really don't care. I'm happy you won. I saw the footage of the punch machine afterwards. So I was sort of thinking that somebody might break their hand, which would then put them out of action for my videos, which concerned me.
Don't worry, I didn't do it. I'm so good to edit.
I sort of thought that you would just be the bigger man, George, on the day and just avoid such tawdry displays of masculinity. But it was funny to see how Tom punches. I mean, I don't know.
When I watched Tom punch, so yeah, it was like a time trial thing. We did 2 rounds of racing, didn't we?
Tom will love editing this.
I won it twice, so I beat Tom twice, which that's all I was there for. But then I did also.
Nobody even knows who Tom is, man.
He's the new editor.
Well, no, he's actually up, isn't he? We use him in a lasagna video.
Tom's the backup cameraman.
The backup of the backup.
He's the number 4 cameraman. He's the second Bluet.
He's going to be a single tier as he's editing this.
That is a legend. But me and him are so competitive. He's a massive Formula 1 fan, so I assumed he'd be a fast driver. And then as soon as you walk off, there's a punch machine. And if you recall, when we were in Czech Republic, remember when Tom told us that he spent 3 months boxing
repeatedly,
training?
yes.
Or 6 months boxing training.
I know. You mentioned that more than I mentioned the 80 kilo strict overhead press. Yeah.
So they're now like, all right, Tom, I beat you twice at go-kart. This is your bag. There's a punching machine. Would you like to have a pop at it? But he also lost at that.
Yeah, I liked his serious face when he did the punch as well. The key to punching hard, of course, is according to Bruce Lee, you have to aim an inch past the back of your target. But I'm a man of peace, so for the most part. But yeah, I'm very, very glad that I avoided such an event. For me, team building is more just having a few beers, getting absolutely mashed, and ending up in Santiago's in Leeds drinking whores arseholes, which is a shot. It's not. I'm not talking literally. It's a shot called a whore's arsehole.
We've got a bit of team building by those standards this week, haven't we?
Well, no, because Bluet's going home, isn't it? It's just you and me.
We're going to build our little
sit there
team.
wank each other off.
We've got Damo as well. So those that have watched the podcast, Damien Talks Money, sent me a message probably 3 weeks ago, and it was a screenshot of a food challenge in Southport. And it
the
looked,
urban utopia of Southport.
It looked pretty. It was a burger challenge. It looked half shit, and I went, "There's no chance Adam's going to do that." But I appreciate the message. And then he sent me a screenshot back where he sent it to you directly, and you'd gone, "Yeah, all right, let's do it."
You can always basically hook me into a food challenge by saying, "Shall we have a piss up afterwards?" And I'll be like, "Yeah."
So now we're off for a piss up in Southport.
In Southport, yeah. Just south of Blackpool.
When's that happening? Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going like I'm half the journey. I know it's not a particularly long journey. It's not like fucking Frodo going to Mordor, but like because we're filming tomorrow, I'm going half the way sort of tonight, staying in Manchester. Then I'm going to meet them tomorrow, and I think probably just after a few, just sit Damien down and be like, tell me how to make some money, please.
I'm pretty sure Damien spent 90 minutes on our podcast telling us exactly how to make money.
Forgot it, though.
And neither of us have implemented anything that he told us.
Yeah,
It's there to rewatch.
In fact, I've actually gone probably against everything that he said. Like,
yeah, same.
Not on purpose. I've just followed his lead.
Yeah.
But with like
I've just
0.5% of his wealth. So like that's kind of what's happened is like I've watched him and gone, well, if that's what he's doing, I'll just do that and just hope for the best, really. That's what's happened.
But it looks all right, man. As long as we got permission to film and everything. And Damo's not coming to watch the eating, is he? Is he?
I don't know.
I hope not. Don't encourage him to do that. I'd rather just make him for a beer after. Where we stay. The key thing here is if you don't fuck up the hotel. Have you booked the hotel?
I have booked the hotel.
Is it okay?
Well,
I imagine there are very few okay hotels.
Turns out there are very few hotels in Southport. So the first one that he sent me was one called the Vincent.
Sounds posh.
Yeah, looks beautiful, mate. It was really nice.
You're now going to tell me that you've not booked it.
Stephen Gerrard owns it.
Right.
Steve. So I went to book that, and it was fully booked. In fact, there were 2 rooms left.
Yeah, of course.
One's penthouse suite.
Sound.
£500 a night. Which I thought you'd... I didn't even...
If we were sharing it would be all right.
Yeah, well, so like, it would have been 500, 200, so it would have been 700 quid for this.
No, come on.
Heavy that.
It's 500 quid to stay in Southport.
Yeah, so
shut the fuck up.
Then there was another one, which he said was nice. That was fully booked.
Right.
Because it turns out it's school holidays, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then
you'd booked it 3 days before we went.
I booked it this morning.
Yeah.
So there were
1 day before we went.
There were a bunch of B&Bs, which looked like what you'd expect in Blackpool.
Are we in the Lenny Henry then?
No, but then I found another one, which is like 10 minutes down the road, like a spa resort thing. So we're staying there,
Okay.
which does look quite nice. So I've recovered.
You said that before. I'm going to reserve judgment until we get there, but whatever.
I could have put us in a crack den.
You just left. I had my car. I'd have just gone to the Stephen Gerrard's, left you there for the fucking night, seeing a bunch of pictures.
It looked really smart, that penthouse, but I thought it's kind of a waste.
What a weird thing for Stephen Gerrard to own.
In Southport. Yeah, I don't know. He owns a couple of restaurants in Liverpool, doesn't he, as well?
Does he?
Maybe a hotel. I mean, imagine if you...
I ate at Stephen Gerrard's restaurant.
That could maybe work better than the Amsterdam video we're going to show you after this. I would say, did you struggle to get in this morning?
Traffic-wise or into the actual building? No.
So it took me like 15 minutes more to get in. I'm like, why? And they've shut Doncaster Road. So you know where that BP garage is across the road where we went for... Did we go get some lunch there? Do you remember that time? I don't know why.
No, the little petrol station.
Yeah, where they call the criminals on.
Yeah, but I don't come that way.
Oh, there were a police escort this morning. Prison escort.
No. They've not.
That happened along the way.
So last night...
Fucking hell, man. The podcast is now traffic updates about Wakefield.
Get this right.
Christ.
It's what? You could throw a fucking stone from out of our window to hit that BP garage. It's still closed because there's a murder investigation because somebody was shot dead there at 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
Where are we in, like, America? Like, when was the last time you heard of anybody getting shot in, like, the UK?
Happens a lot in Bradford, I suppose.
Does it? Oh,
More
been shot,
stabbings and stuff.
Like, shot? A gun? An actual gun, like?
Well, there's a black market for it, man. Just not a legal market for it, is it?
So, yeah, there's a murder. So,
There's been a murder.
There's been a murder. So, yeah, that's sort of just give you a little...
Was that Bulgarian? Or the Bulgarian version of Taggart?
Is that Scottish, mate?
Oh, was it?
You've got to, like...
Sorry, man.
You know...
Bulgaria!
Try to say burglar alarm in a Scottish accent.
Burglar alarm.
It was Jen's divorce party at the weekend.
Twas, yeah.
Life is a highway.
And yeah, you both turned up, which is I know she appreciated. Admittedly, you
I
were
was
being
paid
paid,
to turn
and Josh was there only to hear "Life Is a Highway" twice at least. But you know, I know she appreciated your presence, and you were there pretty early, so presumably got some of the free beers that I purchased.
Felt rotten on Saturday morning. So
I didn't feel too good. It wasn't too bad, but I felt better.
It's not. I don't think. We don't normally do. I think when we go away, we drink bottles of beer. We're not Radler, aren't we? Though, because it's like what 1%. So I've survived the Radlers that we've been having. but like drinking bottles of Corona all night.
Because Corona's dirty, man.
I
was on the Peroni, which is a little cleaner, but I did have about 15 of them. So I thought, like, given that, and then I think 3 baby Guinness, and because my sister gets a bit mad. I have a baby, and I'm cool. Like, no, I just have one, you dickhead. Like, all right. So I drink one, and she's like, I've got 3 left. So I'm fuck it, all right. So I did about 3 or 4 of those at the end. But apart from that, I felt a little worse for wear, but not terrible.
I felt very, very bad. It was a nice little party though. Danielle enjoyed herself. She was dancing with Courtney all night.
Yeah.
You brought your lady over.
I did. Well, she brought me to the gig because I can't drive.
When are you getting reinstated with this license?
A couple of weeks now. I think it's next Sunday. Actually.
I think I need to. Should we petition the judge? I don't feel like it's been long enough. I feel like a real example needs to be set. He's in the public eye to some very small extent. We really need to make an example of him, I think.
The judge made an example of him when he went in without any sort of...
I feel like he got banned like 4 months ago.
And it's gone quick, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But wait, I see. Back to the party. Your nan came to the party, didn't she? Bless her. How old is she?
She's 89.
89 years old.
Almost 90, yeah.
I'd say everyone was enjoying the party until George started playing music.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not George's fault. He was there to play music. I think the problem was, I said to Jen at the start, why didn't you just pay him for basically like half a set? That way you start at, say, 9 or whatever. My grandma's got, the older people have got a couple of hours to just, have a few, and they can go home.
Yeah. My
grandma was there for about 25 minutes before she thought her head was going to explode.
Could you not turn the music down? Because they did request to turn the music.
They asked me to turn the music down as if I were part of the band, which is interesting. As soon as I get there, it's already a reasonably high-stress environment because my former partner was there. It's the first time I've seen her for more than a year. I get in and my mum's like, Adam, can you tell the band to turn the music down? I'm like, it doesn't really work like that, Mum. You don't really tell bands to turn the music down. Also, I'm not in the band and I had no part in planning this party. See you later. And then went off to get a beer. But then I had to kind of sort of get my grandma home, get her a taxi, get my mum home because she's the fucking queen mother. She doesn't know how to order a taxi at the ripe old age of 68 or what the fuck she is now. So it was there were elements of it which were quite stressful. But yeah, my grandma was around there for a little bit. Yeah.
You mentioned that former Mrs. Beard were there, and I think one of the funniest, most organic things I've ever seen in my life was when you were sat down. Lindsay had come out of the toilet. And that's the first time you'd spoken to each other. And what were you singing at the time? What was the song? What were the lyrics?
The song was "Message in a Bottle," and the lyrics were "More loneliness than any man can bear.
Sending
rescue me
this.
before I fall into despair."
Is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't really notice at the time. I was too busy just
Understandably
trying to be the both of us trying to be very polite to one another, and it's nice to nice to see she's doing well and everything.
Did Jen enjoy a party though?
I think so. I mean, she was absolutely. I think she nearly died. The next day she told me that she could barely move, so which is to be expected. Didn't enjoy the fact that she, like her cleavage was clearly visible and almost unavoidable if you just looked in a general direction, which as a brother was not particularly fun. But apart from that, was a good time was had by, I don't want to say all, but most probably.
You all went in the photo booth while I was playing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we did. We did
it wasn't so much a booth, was it? It was like a spinny
thing.
It was a lame spinny thing that obviously naturally I would never go on unless somebody asked me to, which was.
I always wondered who would rent one of those, and it turns out the obviously target demographic would be a divorce party, the spinny boomerangy thing.
But middle-aged women, I would get
how much reckon
that.
that cost to rent that person?
I'd dread to think. I don't know, but I'll wait for the invoice and we'll.
Did you pay for the party?
I'll probably be getting that one, I reckon. Yeah. By the way, Adam, I got this booth thing with a spinning iPad. Which
have you put your Beard Meats Food tax on your invoice yet? No.
We're all paid. We're all sorted.
You squared up.
Dodge that one.
Squared.
I saw Al Pacino is due to.
Oh wow, Al! Come on.
He's actually having another baby to his 29-year-old girlfriend.
Al Pacino is having another baby.
82 years old, still having. How many kids has he got, George? Can you Google that?
I'll Google it.
That's mental.
Yeah, man. I mean, but she's like, was she 29 or something?
29, yeah.
What a boy.
Fourth child. He's expecting his fourth child.
That's not too many for his age, I guess. If you to add them up by decade, it's like one every 2 decades. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if I'd be having kids at that age, but fair play to.
Imagine he's got a 40-year-old kid, son or daughter, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be a brother." He wheels in his Zimmer frame. Sit down, son. You're gonna have a brother, another brother, or another sister.
You kind of wonder what the conversation is there about. Like, say, if he does have a son that's say like 40 or 50, and he turns up, and and Pacino's like, "This is my new girlfriend."
Can you believe he's still shagging at 82 years old? Can you believe it all still works?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's. It doesn't necessarily have to stop working entirely by the age of 82. I think it'd be your inclination to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But I think having seen a picture of his wife, you probably wouldn't need much encouragement, would you?
True
I'd say,
that.
If I were Al Pacino.
George, you said that there's an impossible food challenge on the.
Yeah, so I think you sent this into our chat, Adam.
I did?
You said it's literally impossible.
That doesn't sound like me.
Skipper's roast banquet. That thing.
Fuck's sake.
So,
There's a couple, isn't there? I was really talking about. They've got a couple of food challenges. Go on. Read out the second one because that's the one to me that's just.
the monster bangers and mash.
Yeah.
Eat 48 sausage.
48 sausages.
6 kilograms of mashed potato, a jug of onion gravy, a jug of beans, and a bowl of peas.
Is it like a team
Complete
challenge?
in
No.
60 minutes.
So you get 1 hour in which to, of your own accord, finish 14 pounds of mashed potato accompanied by 48 sausages. What the fuck is that? 22 pounds of food?
At least, isn't it?
These places are just getting fucking stupid now. No, but Joey Chestnut will not finish that. Right? You're not going to get fucking Barry
Joey
off the estate
Chestnut.
coming in and being like, "Oh, let me do that," and like just polishing it off, man. You know, like 8 people would not finish that. 8 normal people, 10 normal people wouldn't finish that. Man, somebody sent me one this morning. What was it? It was like a pizza. It was a pizza with like kebab meat on one side and chips on the other. It's like a fucking 20-inch pizza or something with like quite a bit of stuff on. I'm thinking, hey, that's interesting. A bit weird, right? But it's like that whole takeout culture. Kebab meat on a pizza. I wonder how long you get to do this. 30 minutes, an hour? It's like 4 minutes. 4 minutes and you win $1,000 or something like that. So I get it. They want their little TikTok clicks and whatnot. But nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, right? And at least people send it to me, I'll be like, "Oh, thanks for sending it, but I won't be doing that." "Oh, why, mate? Why, mate?" Because, I mean, even if I could do it, which I know I can't, you're going to have to eat at such a pace, it's going to be disgusting to watch. And there's going to be no entertainment value in doing it. But they're so stupid. There's so many that I get now. And it's like, do this in fucking 4 minutes. Or do this 48. It's like saying, you know what, go eat my garden shed, including the roof, inside 4 minutes, and I'll give you like a Ferrari or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. Like, why bother? The whole point is that's why America's so good. I'm starting to rant now a little bit. People are always like, "Oh, if I shoot in England, they'll be like, oh, this is a normal meal in America." In America, they've got the easiest food challenges on earth. Because you know why? Because most places that do them, they've done them for a while, and they know that the whole point is it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be something that 90% of people can't do, and maybe 5-10% of people can do. So you'll find this sort of between 4 and 6, 7 pounds usually. A couple of outliers, some that are slightly bigger than that. Usually the pho challenges where you include the broth. But the majority are doable by very, very few people. Just a couple of people with like a larger than average appetite, and that's the point. As soon as you start saying, "Oh, I eat like 16 pounds of food," who the fuck is doing that? You know what I mean? Like you literally like 10 people in the world maybe could do that at a push. So just what's the point? Just if you want to get people in, you make it so some people are going to want to attempt it. Nobody's going to look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, I could definitely do that." Fucking mountain of mashed potato.
And hospitalise people.
Well, nobody's going to order it because all the food's going to go to waste. It's just stupid, man.
50 quid does seem a good deal, that, to be fair. They've got another one, the roast banquet. So that was the bangers and mash. The roast banquet is eat 3 meats, which is like whatever, 6 kilos of roast potatoes, 5 different vegetables, a bowl of cauliflower cheese, 8 sausages wrapped in bacon, 10 stuffing balls, and 12 Yorkshire puddings, and 2 jugs of gravy. Complete in 60 minutes. Fail and you pay 60 quid. Complete it and you win 120 quid. 3 meats. It's not even like a
meats.
Fucking what?
No, it's actually a full turkey. A full turkey.
Yeah.
Like a full arse end of beef and a full joint of gammon. Use your fucking brain, man.
I got tagged in a post on Instagram where there was a sandwich shop. I don't know if you saw it. Did anybody tag you in it?
I don't think so.
So there a sandwich shop where they must have they must have had food challenges, and they're like, the last food challenge person we want in is Beard Meats Food, so we're calling you out.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
and it was something like a loaf of like
It's eggy bread, wasn't it?
a loaf of Hovis bread,
not
thick
French
bread,
toast.
which was eggy bread with like items of like burgers and bacon in between each layer, and they're like, "We're calling you out, Beard Meats Food," and then people were tagging me in it, like, you know, can you get him down? They tagged me in it, saying like, can he come down? Well, at first they're like, we've put a video out on TikTok. Can you go look at it? And I went, me and Adam are both over 30, so we don't have TikTok. So I suggest you upload it to your Instagram, which then they did, but I didn't respond. And ultimately, like, it does not look like, what's the story there? What, you know, when you talk about we're like Stuck Records, but with the fucking entertainment of trying to create videos, there's none there. Like, that's not a good enough excuse to go do it.
I'm very flattered that they would they want me to be there, but I get the feeling the primary reason they want me to be there is because the some of the exposure that might bring to the restaurant, which is fine. Yeah. What I very much don't enjoy when a restaurant sort of encourages. You often find that I get it quite a lot where they'll say, "Oh, everyone just tag." So I get all these, people
Like,
tagging me and sending it to me, and that's not, which is fine, but like, it's if anything, it's less likely to encourage me to go there, and it's nothing to do with the restaurant. It's certainly nothing personal or anything like that. But a big part of making YouTube videos, you'll know this, is playing the percentages of if you're filming, you want to do something which has the best chance of being an entertaining end product, right? And one of the facts is, ultimately, if people know you are, and they want you to be there, yeah, okay, they're going to let you film and stuff like that. But there's no shock and awe value that you might get from people where the staff don't know who you are, and stuff like that. So, and I think additionally, if you want me to come and do a food challenge and you have a restaurant, the least likely I am to do it is if you're doing a breakfast challenge. I've done like 200 of them, so I guess it's nothing personal, but there's nothing. And if you're going to design something specifically for me, I'm not going to be there, because the whole point is that it's been attempted by other people. Other people can attempt it. There's some sort of history behind it, which I know sounds like it's a bit pretentious, but that's part of making a good story. I know you didn't ask me that, but
giving all the tips of the trade away, but it's true, isn't it? Like, yeah, if you're going to make it, because it's good to get tagged in stuff when it's abroad. Like, a bit like the Germany kebab challenge. Remember the one that went viral?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not complaining about people tagging.
No.
That's how I find out.
That's how you find. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, if a restaurant's like, there've been plenty over the years that've been like, oh, this guy's avoiding, let's go, just inundate him with tags. That's putting you to the bottom of the pile, man, because it's odd behaviour. I get that it'd be good for me to be there, but it's not like I'm a public service. It's my key priority is to make things that entertain the most people. If what you do does not fit in with that, then I won't be there. That's all it is, really. But yeah, it's nothing personal. I know they've had like a lot of. I think did Randy go there?
I think so. I can't remember what they said on the initial post, but I think enough people, like, look, all the big eaters have been.
Well, you don't need me, do you? Fucking hell, man. You've had all the people there that can do stuff for you. But thanks for the people tagging me, I guess. Even though I just complained about it at length.
Adam, you also we're going to make a new segment on the podcast called Adam's Shit of the Week. Have we got a jingle for that?
We haven't got a jingle yet.
You're trying to reduce the CPM yet further?
Time for Adam's Shit of the Week.
At this point,
there you go.
So this week you put in a picture of your shit.
Don't say this week like I regularly send you pictures of
But
shit.
from now on.
No.
How funny was that? Remember that video like last year when we were abroad and you sent us like a selfie video of like blowing your ass out, and then I posted it onto Instagram.
And everyone's going mad.
Everyone went fucking mental. I'm like, sound on. Sound on. Anyway, this week you sent us a picture of your shit with a complete undigested leaf of spinach in it.
That's why I sent it, because I looked down, I was like, motherfucker, there is a perfectly formed piece of spinach there. I thought about just picking out the toilet, giving it a little wash and bringing it in, putting it in one of your sandwiches.
Oh my God. That's revolting.
That's been into me. I don't know why. The rest of it was like, there's one piece of spinach which had avoided digestion somehow. But I just thought I'd send it to you. Really just to piss you off.
Well, I feel like that went in the chat just before the gig at the weekend at Jen's party. Yeah. So I just saw Tory Mike's response because it popped up on my phone. So I didn't see the picture. I saw his response. We were at Gaucho's getting a steak before the party, and I'm like, I'm not. Whatever is going on in that chat, that's tomorrow's problem. So like, I'm not getting involved in that.
Yeah, I just put why, fucking why,
horrible bastard.
Yeah. Well, I spotted a Beard Meats Food doppelganger.
Was it just a guy with long hair and a beard?
Gig.
It was a guy with long hair and a
I think he
beard.
was modelling himself after you, to be fair.
Well, I cannot imagine that one bit. There's nobody who's trying to... fair. That could be me. Look at that, man. Slightly more bulbous nose. I don't think his nose is quite as nice as mine, although his hair does look much healthier.
His nose as well.
Has he? His hair does look much nicer. I think he's a more handsome version of me. I'm going to say it. Yeah, look at that. I mean, the beard could use a bit of tidying up. What has he got there? Like a strawberry refresher from fucking Starbucks or something? You wouldn't catch me drinking one of those.
I think it's a cider or something, probably.
Yeah, good spot, man. Good spot.
Beard's Doppelganger over a week. Go into a new segment. I saw a video on Instagram actually. See that a guy died and decided to throw his life savings in cash out of a helicopter window.
I didn't until you actually sent the video. Yeah.
How mad is that?
Key there is though, who owns that land?
What?
Who owns the land on which it's dropped? You don't know that from the perspective, do you? No. I didn't watch the full video, but like that could be one of those things done for attention, couldn't it? Like, I mean, like if you own 5 acres of land, you fly a helicopter and drop your life savings beneath, and it's all your family members. It's a sound, mate. You're not giving it to the public.
It looked like it was in the street there, like it was like a public. It looked like a public street.
I didn't watch the full thing. Cool, that man. I mean, well, not cool actually, because you're going to get people there that are fighting to get all the money, aren't you? So I don't think that's the best thing. It might cause. Maybe donate it to an equal number of to many different well-researced charities.
I just thought, imagine you just dump it, wind just blows it into a fucking river or something.
Just goes straight to engine. Straight to engine, kills everybody. Fuck. Like, money sets on fire, everybody dies.
You get those when people are dumping ashes, don't you? Stupid bliss, wind just blows it back into their face, like in Big Lebowski. But that happens to people in real life.
Did you see the other video of it were on a cruise ship and the water slide on the cruise ship, one of the panels fell out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
all the water that was going down the slide was just like pouring down onto the deck.
Everyone's like, stop the slide! Some like 16-year-old kid at the top like, what?
That must, imagine coming down the slide after it and going straight through the hole.
Well, apparently somebody did get injured. I don't know if somebody actually went down the slide and fell out.
Have you watched it? Did we talk about the documentary on Netflix? They've got like a train wreck series where they talk about like
so
catastrophic. Well, like one of them were on a cruise ship where basically it got stranded at sea in the Caribbean and they had to shit in bags.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Poop cruise.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you just poo over the side?
You'd think.
You like get in the water
It's
and
too
poo.
dangerous. No, you're on a cruise ship. You might be as high as that roof there. You can't. Just,
all right, fair. Right,
like if you hang your ass.
I mean, like if I was on a yacht, I'd just jump off and like put it
Yeah,
in the sea.
yeah.
You don't have to wipe then, do you?
Yeah,
Salt water.
But that's like a good example of like stuff going wrong at sea. Like that is rough. That.
Yeah,
Speaking of Netflix, actually, and people having sex with animals,
which we weren't talking about.
Which we were not talking about.
well, we found it funny. Both times we've spoke about it. I found it funny. Anyway, so there's a documentary on Netflix about the Jerry Springer Show.
Have you only just seen that?
What's that got to do with?
It's been out a while, has it?
What's that got to do with sleeping with animals?
Because there were a guy on the show who was married to a donkey, and he went on the show. He went on the show and admitted he's even like snogging this donkey on stage.
But doesn't
Was it my dad?
But doesn't the documentary quite clearly state that a lot of the stories were fabricated?
No, the stories weren't fabricated. That's what the documentary.
Or they heightened it up and everything like that.
Yeah. So look, everybody went on there. So they basically manipulated the audience. So every story was true, whether it be like a love triangle or him shagging a horse and like being married to it. Every story was true, but the producers of the show basically coached them how to act on the show, and they also they'll give them like a false storyline. So for a love triangle, they'll be like, right, you're going to come on and you're going to rectify it with your husband, and then they'd bring in the third woman if it were a bloke, and it'd be like, no, actually, I'm staying with her. So the conclusion, it were a 2-part series which were amazing. Jerry Springer's dead now.
Sounds incredible, yeah.
No, honestly, like they got away with it for 20 years, made hundreds of millions of dollars by doing the most extreme things. They put the Ku Klux Klan on stage. They did guy shagging a horse, love triangles. But one of the straws that broke the camel's back were a love triangle went wrong, whereby 2 of the contestants went home and basically killed another person. So even through murder outside of the show, it still continued to air. It was fucking, like, how did they get away with that back? Well, how the hell have they got away with it to this point? But Jerry Springer's dead now, so he's
sort of the age-old questions that in modern day capitalist society, money is more important to people than human life itself. It's the same thing with Jeremy Kyle. You know, people run those shows and they don't care about it. It still goes on now. Like if you think about, it's probably slightly less exploitative. But if you think about stuff like Love Island, things like that, nobody really gives a shit about the people in the show, and you can laugh at them and stuff like that. So I'd be the one that joins in with them, right? But inevitably, things that happen in that show could have very serious impacts.
They actually referenced that. They said that like that new era of television came from that. You know, when you've got like the Kardashians fighting with each other and Love Island contestants or whatever, it came from the Jerry Springer era. Yeah, I thought it was a cracking documentary.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm only making fun of you, man. But like, But I mean, I think everyone at the time didn't everyone know that was unethical? Probably not, because I guess it got ratings. Like you'd never catch me watching fucking Jeremy Kyle or Jerry
outperformed Oprah. So like Oprah was like the thing, and it outperformed Oprah for decades. But it was in the most.
It was like the WWE of talk shows. Like that. It was just
if they didn't fight or if they it was crazy stuff. I think it's well worth a watch, but ultimately, like it's at what cost?
I didn't know Jerry Springer was dead. What did he die of?
I don't know. Age maybe.
Google it.
Old age.
Oh, you don't die of old age, really. Well, there's always an actual cause of death.
He got to an old age.
Breath. It's like when you speak to an old person, what did he die of? I had lack of breath.
He had pancreatic cancer.
Oh, poor fella. Yeah, so that's basically. That's it, you're done if you get that, aren't you?
So you've told me that, I didn't realise.
It's very hard to detect unless it's by total chance. Like you get stabbed or something, they do like an MRI of you, like, oh fuck. Maybe then you get lucky. Patrick Swayze had that, didn't he?
Is that right, is it?
Yeah, I think Steve Jobs as well. He got pancreatic cancer, I think.
Fuck me.
So yeah, you don't want to get that one.
Should we do Beers Challenge Rewind?
Let's go.
Beers Challenge Rewind.
So the first one I picked out this week is this mixed grill challenge has only been beaten once.
Could be fucking anything, that, George.
10 million views, that's done in a year.
In today's episode, wearing hung coat Lanks at the Griffin's Head, going toe-to-toe with the mixed grill challenge, which has only been beaten once.
Oh, yeah. Funny story about that one. Do you remember Barbara, who played my Quran in the Mince Pie music video?
Yeah.
So she sent she must have just been there by chance after I had been, and she sent a picture of she's like, I just seen you on this fucking wall of fame. She didn't swear because she's an old woman, it's that was one of the another sort of situation where it's one of those. It was going around for ages. If I remember, you don't even get that for free. I think you just got a T-shirt and you go on their wall, right?
The guy at the start that gets out of his car.
Play
that bit. That's just like. About
Adam might copyright us and we won't make any money.
About a minute 10.
Don't tempt me.
A minute 10.
The Mrs. Beard playbook.
Oh yeah, great.
I am technically within the lines though, so it's allowed. Also the car park's empty, so no big deal, you know. Ooh, they got a defibrillator. Better safe than sorry. Might come in handy later.
Good one.
Can I take a picture with you, mate? Yeah, of course, man. I watch you literally every day when I'm scrolling. Oh, thanks, man. I get this excited when I go to visit. Oh, man, I literally watch you every single day.
Wow.
Single day I watch you. Oh, man, that's that. It's nice to meet you anyways, man. I'm filming in here, so... Mac and cheese is banging. Oh, it is? Yeah. All right, cool.
What a guy, yeah.
That's some energy.
For full effect, Tom, if you've got it in the budget, you might want to overlay that video, screen cap it on your phone, and then just put it over the top of the YouTube video. Otherwise, it might be a little bit lost on the people who are actually watching. It was. I think it was one of those. It was just going around for ages, and I think the guy. I thought nobody had done it because so many people would tag me in it, and then when I got there, the guy said that somebody had done it. But I think it was a funny story. Like I don't know if he had there was no time limit. It took him 4 hours or something stupid like that. That seems to be. I'm thinking that off the top of my head. But it's basically just a big mixed grill. The funny thing about those is Americans oftentimes confuse them for an English breakfast. They're like, what's the little breakfast challenge? English breakfast challenges? I'm like, it's actually not an English breakfast. But because, some of the constituent parts are similar. So you get maybe black pudding on there, you get sausages.
Mushrooms.
But obviously it's more like a halfway house, isn't it, between breakfast and lunch, because you'll get gammon steak on there, usually maybe a rump steak.
Looks like you've got a bowl of beans as well.
So beans, onion rings.
Maybe fried egg on your steak.
Fried egg on there, maybe some pineapple if they're feeling a bit fruity. But yeah, I don't really recall too much of what it was like. I remember the pub being kind of empty, which is always a bit of a downer. But I think the food was pretty good. Mixed grills are always a little different to. I'd rather do that than say like an English breakfast, just because I've done so many. Not that I necessarily prefer a mixed grill, but yeah, it was cool. That one. I remember it being quite difficult for one that you don't actually get on the house if you win. I think I'm right there. But yeah, you just get like a t-shirt and spot on the wall of fame. But still, I'll do it just because it's fun to do. It still makes a good story. But
are they are they relatively easy to do? A mixed meats, or is that quite a difficult thing to eat?
That wasn't like, I don't know how long that took me, but I don't remember that being like very, very simple.
28 minutes, 28 and a half minutes.
Yeah, so that wouldn't mean Russian, but that's not over quickly, is it? So anything that involves a lot of meat is more difficult because it just takes more time to chew and get through and break down. And that doesn't really move anywhere in your stomach once you've eaten it. But anything that's got a lot of variety, so if you're going from like steak to like maybe lamb chops, gammon, onion rings, beans, each constituent part is a different flavour. So it's better than say, eating a lot of one thing.
Yeah.
Like for example, 6 kilos of mashed potatoes.
Is your tactic there? Because there's so many different things on your plate. Do you tackle one thing at a time?
I do that. That's just habit. I think I've definitely got OCD to some extent. But like for me, I'll just kind of go with like I'll go from each thing. I'll do the sausages. But I do that. You've seen enough videos. You've edited enough to know that I tend to do that a lot. You could like mix them together. Probably if I were eating like normal.
Yeah.
I would mix them together and stuff like that. A little bit of bean juice in the black puddings. I'll maybe do that a little bit, but just if it's a lot of food, I'd rather kind of go from each part. Because then, as well, when you're making the video,
it's better.
It's a little easier for you to say, "Oh, the sausages were good," or "This lamb tastes like this," or So I think it just makes more sense in terms of storytelling to do it that way.
And what would you? Is it out of 5 or 10? What's the score?
10.
10.
So how do you not know? It's not. I give that like I want to say 6 because it had been done by. I think the guy was called like Des or something. He was a huge guy though. It was one of those rare cases where normally the bigger a guy. You remember when we did the kebab video, that massive guy at the end?
Yes.
Came in.
When he said he will eat you.
He said he was going to eat me, and he didn't even eat like a third of the kebab in like an hour or something. Generally, you find the like bigger dudes, although they might eat a lot over the course of a day or whatever, they're not really that good at eating. Eddie Hall being a great example. And he's the guy in the picture who had done that before me. Was actually a really big guy.
Like obese, like big, not muscular big.
No, he was I don't know what his body composition was, but yeah, he certainly was. There was a decent amount of subcutaneous fat on him, but he was just a large guy, But he had done it. He had done it. So maybe like a 6. You wouldn't be able to do that, but it's certainly not the hardest. Usually, if they're going to give it to you, they're not giving it to you for free. It's certainly not easy though. It's as far as like pay-to-plays go. That's one of the harder ones I've done. Ones where like you don't get it for free. That's one of the harder ones. So maybe 6.5.
Next one I picked out was the Undefeated Beef Board Challenge: The Chronicles of Beard, episode 126.
Oh, is that
5 years ago? This kid.
Jesus. What's the? Just show me the thumbnail so I've got like an idea of what it is if you don't mind. I'll skip to where the food's there. I'll see my fucking stupid head bobbing about. I remember that. That was at the Ilkley fucking hell, great. Look how white I am. I mean, I don't know what I was shooting that on, like a potato or something. But that's honestly, I don't have much of a recollection of that. It's just a lot of steak. But the steak there is really good. It's in Ilkley, which is not really too far from here. And I think they're still there. They do these things from time to time where they do them for like a limited period, which at the time I didn't know. But I really don't like doing that because then it means that if people see the video, they can't then go and try it themselves, for example. But yeah, the steak there is really good. It's amongst the best steak I've had there. It's not the very best, but it's certainly been like top 5 steak joints I've been to, which is rare because this is in England and it's in like the Ilkley is North Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So it's not if you're around this area, it's not.
You're travelling to get there, aren't you?
It's not too far though. Ilkley. I said like the best food challenge, best steak I've ever done was that place in Florida, that Durango's place.
Oh yeah,
which was amazing. I didn't expect it in Florida either. You'd say maybe like Texas, something like that. Because I've done a couple of steak challenges in Texas, and they were like all right, but they weren't amazing was that one. I think probably some of the best steaks I've done is I did that one at Durango's, and that one, and there's one at a place called the Ryder Arms, which is also in Yorkshire, not far from me actually, in Tadcaster.
Right.
It's near Tadcaster, and that's another one where you don't get it for free, but the T-shirt's really cool. It's got like Herman, I think it's Herman Munster, and it says I beat the monster steak, but that's a really good steak.
What makes it a good? What makes a good steak? Just the seasoning, like just the actual cut.
The actual quality of the meat. Because not, I mean, how many times have we gone somewhere and like, you get, that's another funny thing, you know. Like, so when we did the steak video down in Yeovil not long ago.
Yes.
Remember that? And I don't know, 40% of the comments, people talking about me getting it well done. They're giving you rump steak, man. It's the worst possible, and this is everywhere, not that restaurant in particular. They're giving you the worst, cheapest possible steak you can get. Because it's they're not going to give you 75 ounces of filet mignon, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't really matter if it's fucking medium rare or well. It's going to be better probably if it's well done. But yeah, normally it's like the cut of steak, and they wouldn't always use rump, and you could get like T-bone or depending on where you're at. But like there's some. I know there's
there
some.
were a T-bone on that challenge there.
Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's like a variety. It wasn't like one thing. But yeah, normally it's just the fact that the cut of steak, and obviously if the chef's good as well, but they know how to cook it.
How does that rate then on the scale?
I honestly don't remember. I that's so long ago, mate. I've no idea.
He's gained 25 pounds of muscle since then. Must be good steak.
Wow.
I don't know if I would say to gain 25 pounds of pure muscle would be a bit of a stretch, mate.
It was just more of a observation.
You're just being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
I'm definitely quite thin there, aren't I? Cadaverous. That's probably the days of 2 a week though. So like, I was eating probably 300 calories on my off days. So no surprise that I did not look in the best of health.
So for that score, we've got a DNF. If you can put that in the.
Well, no, I did finish it.
Well, unknown.
NA.
I
don't know. I mean, it wouldn't have been. I think I was the only person to do it. So like, I don't know. Give it a 7.
Okay. Should we finish on Fesspit?
Fesspit.
Road rager attacked me in the street.
Good Lord.
I caught the reg of the driver, ordered a set of show plates and attached them to a hire car of a similar model. Speeding past a few cameras, unpaid parking on CCTV. CC and ULEZ trip. Wish I was there when the fines hit their doormat.
Because it would be quite easy to contest those fines. Wouldn't it? That's one of those bullshit ones. No, mate.
Next one.
I don't drive that car. You rent the exact same car.
Next one and last one. At my nan's funeral, one of my sister's friends gave me a hug. I fancied her big time. She looked amazing and I got an instant hard-on. There was a big crowd there, so the only choice was to stand by Nan's open coffin, look at her corpse until my erection subsides.
Dark. But very believable. Do you have like a little tactic, you know, like if you're about to bust and you just want to hang in there a bit longer, do you have not as extreme as thinking about your dead nan?
Is this a topic?
Do you have a top? I was thinking about this the other day. Do you have a tactic? I've got like a go-to tactic now.
No, because what if it makes you go faster?
Well, if it was my dead nan and that happened, I'd probably check myself into some type of fucking facility, mate.
What's your technique?
I think of like I move my head to like one side and I think of like a cheap red brick wall. Just an inanimate red brick wall. You know, like the kind of no, because that's quite nice. You know, like if in like a proper shit new build estate.
All right,
with like really awful hideous grout in between.
Yeah.
And I just think of that, and that just does it for me.
That slows you down.
Yeah, because if you think of something really weird and terrible like that, then you're gonna have an association between sexual activity and that. So if I start thinking about my dad being dead, I really don't want that in the middle of. Like, it would probably calm me down, but I would just something completely inanimate and something which is slightly repulsive to you. You know, but not like really weirdly repulsive, like a dog shit or whatever, because you're still having sex.
Yeah.
Something which is just completely devoid of any sort of. You just feel generally negative towards it, and it's not animate. That's it's a good tactic. Seems to work quite well.
I think you need to go to therapy. Like
we established this long ago. That's good. Try it next time.
I can
next time you're going to pull a mic.
Yeah.
And like Danielle's like, oh man, this is the first time we've done it in 3 months because we've been together for so long now. And you're going to last like 18 seconds. Just think what did Adam say?
Danielle tell you at this party?
Sometimes you say a lot of stuff that, honestly, Russian government torture tactics could not pull out of me. You just willingly part with that information.
That's why we love him, innit?
I'm an honest man, if nothing else.
All right. That's a wrap, folks.
Good work. Right, let's jump over to the old Patreon.
Why do you always do it in the stupid fucking French accent? Stop doing it.
Patreon.
Bye.